Welcome back, Perks recap. Yankees edition, coming off the Astros series where I said they needed to win 2 out of 3, and they've gone on to lose 2 out of 3. Um, the sad reality, Yankee fans, is this team is falling out of the playoffs as we speak, and I don't know how they're going to get back because this is it. Like they're not. There's nobody else really coming off the DL that maybe Cruz, but I mean, I don't see that as a big problem, that, a big issue that's going to really turn the fortunes of the entire team around. This is it. These are the guys that they got to go to war with, and they're just not good enough. They're just not going to get it done. There's nothing that can tell you that you can point to that says they're going to get out of this. They're going to come back and they've got a big streak in them. They've got a big winning streak in them that's going to catapult them into the playoffs and move up in the wild card standings. The division, like I said last time, is out of reach. That's not going to happen. But where is the 7 in a row, or 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 11? Where's that streak coming? And I just don't see it. I just don't see it. When you got Schlittler and Warren in the rotation, a heel who's not quite ready yet, it doesn't seem like. You got the bullpen getting completely taxed. Even a good bullpen is going to falter when you're getting 5 innings out of your pitchers all the time. And even when you're getting 6 on occasion, it's still not a good. You still got to get 3 innings out of these guys. The bullpen's getting at least 12 outs just about every game, at least 12, if not more, if not maybe 15. So it just doesn't. I don't know. It's not working out well at all. Um, I'm sorry, I said 12 outs. I meant 9 outs. It's getting at least nine. The bullpen is getting at least 9 outs every game, if not 12. That's what I meant. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing to point to that you can really think that they're coming out of this. And this was another example of it. Devin Williams lost his closer's job, as he should, but on Friday they went into the 10th inning. And on Friday, he was called on in the 10th because Weaver had just pitched the ninth. Bednar was not available. Duvall had also already pitched. De Los Santos had already pitched. And Schlittler came in, to start the game. 5 innings, like I've been saying, five innings, 7 hits, but only 2 runs. So I'd say that's a good job, well done. De Los Santos has been really good all year. An inning and 2/3, ERA at 163. Didn't give up any runs. Duvall didn't give up any runs. He went an inning and a third. Weaver went an inning, no runs. Duvall's ERA for the season 304. Weaver's 282. And then Devin Williams comes on in the 10th, and I don't know what you're thinking there. Why are you bringing him back that quickly in a big situation? Even though he lost his closer's job, he needs innings where there's nothing on the line, where it's a blowout one way or the other, or inconsequential innings. And pretty much there's not many with the Yankees nowadays because every inning is huge, because every game is huge, and it's going to be like that the rest of the way. So they went with him, and I don't like it. Like I said, there had to be somebody else to go to. I don't care who it was. But they went to him in the 10th inning. Extra inning game, obviously. Ghost runner on first, and he gives up a hit and a home run to lose the game yet again. 3 runs, 2 earned because of the ghost runner. The Yankees mustered all of 5 hits. There were 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position, 5 men left on base, and Rice was the only one with 2 hits in the entire lineup. He went 2 for 4. Just uninspiring, a horrible, horrible game, and one that we could not afford to lose. Really, you bounce back Saturday, so that you give us hope that maybe you can win the series. You tie it up on Saturday with a 5-4 win. Luis Hill goes pitches into the sixth, but he doesn't complete it. He only goes 5 1/3. Um, but again, he's just coming back. It's his second start. I don't think you can expect much more than that from him. Um, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 7 Ks. So 7 Ks and 5 1/3. That is a typical heel outing from last season, really. So you'll take it. You know that I will definitely take that. Leiter Jr. off the IL came in 2/3 of an inning. Weaver another inning, so that's 2 days in a row for him, and again nothing. 2.76 ERA. Duvall got hit around a little bit. Pitched a third of an inning only. Gave up a hit, 2 runs, 1 earned because he had a throwing error trying to throw to second base. He threw it into the outfield, and that was the problem there with the run. Um, so 2 earned runs, or I'm sorry, 1 earned run, 2 runs. Bednar comes in for an inning and 2/3, gets the save, and the Yankees get a 5-4 win. They squeak out a 5-4 win. They escape 5-4. 2 errors in this one. The errors just don't stop. Duvall, like I said, Dominguez also had one. And what else is new there, right? I don't know what you do with Dominguez in the future. I guess you got to keep him in left field and hope he just gets better. But I mean, he's making routine plays now, at least. Where before he wasn't even doing that. But anything more than that, and he's liable to have a mental lapse, a misjudged fly ball at any time. Every time the ball's hit into left field, you gotta, your eyes are peeled. You're looking to make sure he's got a beat on it, and it's not too difficult of a play. 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position again, so they were 5 for 20 in the first 2 games. 6 men left on base. Bellinger went 2 for 4. Stanton was 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and played right field. Imagine that. He actually played in the outfield. Wow, wow, wow. You gotta love that, and you've got to do that more often because he's swinging a hot bat. 1 for 2 again with a walk. He had 2 RBIs, and you got to take him out of the lineup every day because Judge has to play DH, and they didn't play him again on Sunday because they didn't want to play him in the outfield 2 days in a row. But until Judge is ready, and they are saying it won't be very long, it might be next week. But until then, I would stay in the outfield every day until Judge plays. Got to mention Trent Grisham on Saturday gets the game-winning home run in the 8th inning of a 3-3 game. Of a 4-4 game. Gets a solo shot for the 5-4 win in the bottom of the 8th. He was 3 for 4 on the day. Trent Grisham has had a season that I completely did not expect. I completely wrote him off after last year. He has kept up his hot start all year pretty much, and I would say has probably hit the most important home runs of the year. Repeatedly, he has hit big, big home runs, and I was thinking for sure Grisham was not going to come back next year. Now I'm thinking he might, but I don't know what you do. Again, you really going to let Bellinger go? Is that really the plan? Let Bellinger go? He's been your best player. He's been your best player. Since Judge got hurt, and let's be honest too about Judge, the last month and a half or so, even with the injury or in between there, but even before the injury, he has not been hitting well at all. His average is down to 339, which of course 339 is still stellar. His numbers overall are still pretty good, but his home run numbers are kind of down. I mean, he's got 37 or 38, whatever he's got. Um, you know, we got 6 weeks left 6, 7 weeks left, and if he hits like he hit the last 6 weeks, like he's hit the 6 weeks prior, he's gonna have like 41, 42 home runs on the season. And that's a good season for most people. But when you're thinking about Aaron Judge, you're thinking 50 minimum. I mean, if he's playing most of the season, which he went on the IL, I understand that. But again, he didn't miss a ton. He missed like what, 10 games. He had another couple days off. Maybe he's missed 12 games or so. 12 games missed should still be a 50 home run season in a regular Aaron Judge season, and he's not going to come close to that. He's going to be early 40s, 40, 41, 42, maybe, and maybe even less than that. Um, so is prime Aaron Judge done? Is that it? Have we seen the best? I mean, chances are we've seen the best anyway. But I mean, are we done with these, 300 average, 50 home runs, 130 RBI seasons, MVP? I think that's possible. He's 33 years old now. He'll be 34 next year. You really think after coming off of a season where he hits 41, 42 home runs the following year at 34 years old, a year older, he's going to hit 50 again? I kind of doubt it. If anything, he'll probably be in the 30s. So I don't know. So, we've wasted the prime of Cole and Judge, and we're clearly seeing that that has happened because the prime might be over for both of them. I think the prime is definitely over for Cole coming off of Tommy John next year. It's going to take him a whole nother year to get right. And by the time he is right, he'll be what, 37, 38, whatever he'll be. Um, you got to assume then he won't be dominant like he was in the past. So I don't know. I don't know about Judge. Has done nothing this series as well. So that's Saturday's game. Props to Grisham. Sunday's game just ended. Yankees mustered all of 3 hits, and they were no hit through like 6 innings by Seinfeld's George, Jason Alexander for Houston. Um, yeah, just another win, 7-1 victory for Houston. Beat up on the bullpen and the starter, and Max Fried, I mean, is officially not pitching well. He's officially nowhere close to what he was early, and this is not new. I've been saying this now. This is a while now. This is like 8 or 9 starts in a row, maybe even more than that, where he has just not got it right. And once again, 5 innings, 4 runs. Not That's not an ace, and he hasn't been an ace in a while. 8 hits, 3 Ks. Somehow his ERA is still under 3 at 2.94. Um, listen to this. So in the 6th inning, they go to Devin Williams. Not really a pressure situation yet. He goes 1 inning and strikes out the side. What is going on? The area at 560. But Devin Williams, where's that been? Go an inning and strike out the side, give up nothing? I don't think he's done that all year. Hedrick comes on, gives up 2 runs in 2 innings. And then Tim Hill comes on. I think it was just to get him some work because he's been so overworked this year, and now all of a sudden he hasn't. But the reason why against Houston, is because their lineup is like 85% righties. It's all righties, and Tim Hill's a lefty pitcher. They said the stat on the broadcast that 85% of Houston's at bats this year have been right-handed. That's a lot. Whereas the Yankees are something like 44% because they're all left-handed. There's no balance between either team. So Fried also a lefty, so basically has the disadvantage all day. And Tim Hill is the lefty, has a disadvantage. They bring him in to try to keep it close. It was like 4-1 at that point, and he gives up 3 more runs. and 4 hits. And the Yankees lose 7-1. Again, 3 measly hits all day, inconsequential hits. They had the bases loaded once with like walks. Um, and the only run they scored was on a measly sacrifice fly that wasn't even deep enough. That wasn't deep at all. And somehow Jazz tags up from third. It was a fly ball to left field, and the left fielder was just sleeping. He caught him flat-footed. Was surprised Jazz would go because it was so shallow. He went, surprised them, and somehow scored because the throw was badly offline. Because again, he didn't expect Jazz to go. That's their only run. That's how they got to run. That's what it takes for the Yankees to get a run in this series. So yeah, they're going to be falling out of the wild card if, let's just see, I'm looking it up now. If Cleveland wins, Cleveland already play? Checking. Oh, they lost. Okay. The Yankees are a half game up on the Guardians for the last wild card spot. And the way they're playing, you got to think the Guardians are going to overtake them. How could you not? You believe that they're going to flip a switch coming off of this series, where I thought maybe they could in the last series, but coming off the win coming into this series, that maybe they'd be able to get something done, start playing better? No, they're playing as bad as they've been since June, since early June. This team's been horrible for a long time now, and they just continue. And there's no sign of it turning around. There's no sign of hope that they're going to make the playoffs or do anything in the playoffs if they do make it. But again, if I'm a betting man right now, I'd say they're not going to make it. That's what I would say. I would say they're not going to make the playoffs. Show me something different. Show me a reason why. Because I can't find one. Minnesota is playing terrible. Minnesota gave up at the deadline, and that's who you have next. That's one thing in their favor, I will say. Apparently, they have one of the easiest, if not the easiest, schedule left by any contender. So, if you want to go with that, sure. I mean, Minnesota's 5-5 in their last 10, so they're not, even though they sold and they're under 500. They're better than the Yankees' last 10. The Yankees are 3-7 their last 10. 3-7. Oh man. So Minnesota comes to town. You'd like to think you could take 2 out of 3. You can't get greedy and expect 3 in a row. You can't expect the sweep. How could you? I don't care who it is. Hopefully you can get 2 out of 3. Keep your head above water in that wild card. Then you got a day off, and then you go on the road to St. Louis and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is like a home game. It's Steinbrenner Field. They're also not playing well. St. Louis also not playing well. But again, the Yankees are also not playing well. And St. Louis is 500. It's not like they're way back in their division, but they're 500. So they're not complete garbage. And Tampa Bay is under 500, but not by much. And it's a division game, and they always seem to play the Yankees well. You want to get back in it? If you want to get back in it and give any kind of confidence, sweep Minnesota. Sweep Minnesota, win 2 out of 3 against St. Louis, and then win both games in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's just a short 2-game series. And then Boston comes to New York after that for 4 games, which are absolutely huge. But they are not going to be huge if you lose 2 out of 3 to Minnesota, lose 2 out of 3 to St. Louis, and even if they split Tampa Bay after that, it's not going to matter. That's not a huge series anymore because Boston will be light years ahead of them. They won't be able to catch them with the 4-game series, and they'll probably be out of the playoffs and completely uninspired. And the fan base will be losing its mind. Our collective minds blown by how bad this team has played. And when you look at the talent, they shouldn't. So does that go back to Boone? I know there's so many Boone haters. I've never had a problem with Boone, not because he's so great or I think he's so great. It's just because I know what this front office wants, and the front office is not going to change. Boone may go, but they want Boone because he listens to them. He does as he's told. He does not have as much impact on the team as you think. It all comes from above. Even pitching decisions and lineups. It's all analytical. And he's kind of just a figurehead. And he can handle the media well, and he coddles the players and plays nice with the players. So what there would replace Aaron Boone with is another guy to do exactly that. So what's the difference? I don't see one. They're not going to bring in somebody who's strong-willed and strong-minded and will go off of his gut and will tell them no, will not listen to the analytics all the time, will not listen to them all the time, will do what he wants to do, does do it his way. They're not going to do that. That is gone. That's a thing of the past. And more teams are like the Yankees, by the way. That style of management that you love and that you really think matters from back in the day is going away. There's very few of those guys left, and they're all older. They're all gonna move on or pass on, and once they do, all these other guys are gonna replace them, and they're all gonna be the same figureheads. Good with the media, good with an interview. Never say anything bad about the players. Coddle the players. Play nice with the players. Listen to the analytics. Listen to the front office, and do as they're told. That's it. And that's exactly what the Yankees are already at. That's why Boone has been here this long, because he does all that. And he's exactly who they want. And to appease the fans that are going to outcry for his job if they don't make the playoffs, they'll probably fire him. And then we'll be screaming about the same thing with the next guy because it'll be the same thing. I promise you that. But that's going to do it for this one. I will be back after the Minnesota series. I have no intention of stopping these. I still kind of enjoy them. I still like going through the games with you. Hopefully you do too. Until next time, I will see you later.